In many sports and in movement arts, there is an understanding that if you want to perform a certain activity or certain mechanisms of the body, you need to prepare the body to be able to do that. You need to strengthen certain muscles. If I want to jump high, then I need to develop the muscles that support that mechanism. It's the same for any movement art, but it seems to be in Tai Chi that this sometimes gets missed. I think it is because of there's a bit of an obsession in the modern Tai Chi world with the form aspect of the training. So somehow we seem to think that if we learn a sequence of movements, a choreography of movements, that if we repeat them enough, then the mysteries of Tai Chi will reveal themselves. But it's simply not the case. In order to perform those movements correctly, you need to prepare the body. The body needs to be prepared and developed in a particular way that enables you to perform those mechanisms. Now, when we talk about internal arts, which Tai Chi is considered an internal art, on a simple level, that's talking about articulating the inside of the body more than the outside of the body. That doesn't mean that it's not physical. There are mechanisms involved. There is also, I won't go down the rabbit hole, but there's also the development of Qi involved. But there are mechanisms, the way that we move and the way that we organize, which was what the workshops were about in reference to vertical circles, utilizing vertical circles to organize the body in a certain way and to move the mass in a certain way. The body must be open in order to perform these mechanisms. In order to take the information that the willing teacher gives you, you need to train and you need to develop the body to be able to perform those functions. So one thing that we can do, and this is perhaps my little bit of advice, is that we can support that process of opening the body, which has its direct methods, our solo practices in order to do that. But I must say that in my own experience, and when I look at anyone that I consider to be skillful in these arts, they have not done this without bodywork, without someone else working on their body to heal injury, to open the body, to promote circulation and evenness in the tissues of the body. This needs to be, to my understanding, supported by bodywork, especially in the beginning stages. If the body is simply too closed, it's hard to get access to. The more that you open, the more that you can open. Any body worker knows this. You put your hands on someone and their body's completely closed up, you can't get access. So that body worker can't help you if you're closed. There needs to be, something needs to give. You need to do the work yourself, but you also need to support it from outside. So when you are receiving bodywork, it too becomes part of your practice, part of your song practice in particular. So for example, just think about it simply. Someone's giving you a very painful massage. Thai massage can be very painful, very good at separating flesh and bones, very functional for this kind of work, facilitating these changes in the body. But it's painful. So what do? Instead of clamming up and responding against that, you learn to song and to open. And the result is that there is more separation of flesh and bones, more opening. The more the body opens, the more it can open. The more that it is open, the more that you can start to separate the parts and put them back together to perform the functions that allow us to move according to the art of Tai Chi. My teacher calls this developing or becoming, transforming into the Tai Chi creature. We need to be the Tai Chi creature in order to be able to perform the methods and functions of Tai Chi successfully. But you can't do it alone. That's my opinion. Now, there are many methods of bodywork. I have my favored ones, but it's not really about what, it's about who. It's always about who. So who is the person that is doing the method? How do you resonate with them? Find someone that you gain benefit from working with. And ideally someone you can see at least on a semi-regular basis so you can keep this process unfolding. The more that the body opens, the more that you can actualize the information that is given, the more that those fundamentals will reveal their layers to you. And it's a wonderful process. Okay, so that's my kind of take home from the workshops. It was enjoyable for me. I saw people getting benefit and change, and beyond that, You have to keep doing the work, you have to keep doing the practice, and you want to facilitate this in every way possible. So lastly, just a little bit of shameless promotion. If you want to keep the work going, then please be in contact with me. So I'm going to put a link in the description below to my website, and there you can find information about my training schedule, my teaching schedule rather, here in Japan, where I offer private training for very small groups, and then a couple of times a year intensives for slightly larger groups of up to 10 people at a time. But if you're interested in that opportunity, jump on the link below. If you want some more specific details, you can also email me and I'll send you an information package. My direct email will be in the description below as well. In lieu of being able to come and train in person in an environment like this, I am available for one-on-one lessons online, and you can find my scheduling page also in the link below. Other than that, I also have an online Qigong course. So if you're interested in Qigong as a means of continuing the practice, please jump in. There's a link below in the description. If you've already completed the Qigong course, please jump back in and give a little bit of feedback, maybe offer a testimony if you have enjoyed the course. I put my best into it at the time, and I think it's been really beneficial for many people. So you can subscribe to the first small chapter of that for free. So nothing to lose, jump on and have a look. If you have any questions, jump in there and email me. I'm happy to have a chat. I think that's it, really. Beyond that, please like and subscribe. That will encourage me to keep making content. So if you found it useful, please do that. But also, judging from the workshops and email correspondence since the workshops, there's probably a bunch of good questions out there. So if you have any questions, either email me or just jump into the comments and send me your questions, because that will give me fuel to be able to keep making content. If I feel like I'm speaking to something that is useful to you, then I'd be happy to keep doing it. So if you have any questions, email me or jump in the comments, like, subscribe, all of that business. Be in contact. I hope that you can continue the journey and enjoy it. I'm off to enjoy the rest of this day, and I've got some hours of training ahead of me. So I look forward to speaking to you in the future. Okay, be well.